Bro, what about Giants Reds tonight, bro?
How about what we just did to them dadgum Dodgers, man? We're keeping. And what's wrong with the Dodgers? We've almost caught them. You remember when we were 5-20? The Reds were 5-20. Now we're 14-27, I think. And the Dodgers are now like 16-27 or 28, maybe. They are coming back to us. These are the world practically. They should have been the world champions. They went to Game 7. They blew a couple of those Houston games. And we don't normally have too much luck in Candlestick Park either. Well, that's right. We're not playing in Candlestick anymore. AT&T. I remember Candlestick. You'd go there in May or June.
Oh, yeah.
Hot dog wrappers are flying all over the daggone park. It's colder in hell. You're looking in the crowd, people in sombreros and ponchos and big coats and just grabbing anything they can to keep warm, just frigid. But they say AT&T is not as bad weather-wise.
Oh, AT&T's the best park I've ever been to, far and away.
I love it. I tell you what, the Reds messed up because we just got that cracker box. It's just built for home runs and running pitchers out of the business. AT&T Park, man, there's nothing I like better than to see a ball hitting that 488-foot gap y'all got out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Triples Alley.
To where like in the old days when the ball would just get in that spot and just roll and roll and roll.
Yeah.
Billy Hamilton, I'm telling you now, if he hits one in that gap in these next 3 games, you're going to see yourself an inside the Parker in AT&T Park.
Yeah.
Billy
you're a Giants fan, right? You're a Giants fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
I always assumed he was a Yankees fan because of all the Yankee garbage. I didn't realize he's just wanted to get heat in Atlanta.
Right.
I thought he was always a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
And so no, but me and Vince are planning on doing a baseball show eventually. But I was so depressed to talk about baseball for about the first 30 games. I didn't want to. What did I have to talk about? Well, we lost again, Vince. That's 11 in a row now we've lost. And I think we did lose 11 or 12 in a row. But now we've won 6. And here's some stats for you. The last time the Reds won 6 games in a row, do you want to take a guess? Mainly 6 games.
2012.
2011. You're pretty close. Now, here's one. We last swept the Dodgers a 3-game series. They said also in 2011, which I don't remember us doing that, but I'll take somebody's word for it. But the last time we swept the Dodgers in a 4-game series, you want to guess?
Ooh. 2005.
1976.
Oh my God, bro!
Let me give you the lineup of that team that won the 4-game sweep. Pete Rose at third, Dave Concepcion at short, Joe Morgan at second, Tony Perez at first, Johnny Bench your catcher, center fielder Cesar Geronimo. I called him Jose Geronimo the other day. Cesar Geronimo. Left field, and all 52 home runs that we got from the Giants, George Foster. Who did y'all get? Like Dennis Minky or something?
No, we got. You want to know who we got?
Doyle. What was his name? Frank Duffy. Frank Duffy. I said Pat Duffy. Frank Duffy. And in right field, Ken Griffey original. That was the starting lineup when we swept the Dodgers, a 4-game sweep. 1976, the year that Jimmy and I became friends 42 years ago.
Crazy.
I still love the Reds, and now me and Jimmy don't speak.
Nice.
What's going on in the world of wrestling that's worth talking about?
Well, did you hear about Ronda Rousey getting this title?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So Ronda Rousey is going to have the title shot at Money in the Bank against Nia Jax. To me, is that too soon? I think it is.
Yes, it's too soon. Anybody with any goddamn sense knows that's way too soon.
Yeah.
I've seen her work. I've seen her timing. I've seen she hasn't even learned facial expressions yet. She's got the one fucking facial expression where, I'm mad. And then she's got where she baby faces for the whole crowd. And then sometimes she's baby facing when she ought to be mad. And sometimes she's mad when she ought to be baby facing. But I have to admit, the little arm lock she puts you on, I can't do it. I wish I knew how to do that. And if I weighed 130 pounds, that'd be a great defense mechanism. So I'm impressed with the arm bar. She's got that shit down. But she got that shit down in MMA. This ain't MMA.
Right, yeah.
And, there's only so many arms you can break, or you ain't got nobody to work anymore. You know, I guess Stephanie's still selling her arm. I guess.
Well, she's not on TV. Well, on the character wise, she's selling her arm, but I mean, she's at promoting the stuff, press conferences and stuff like that. No No sling. There was actually a picture of all of them.
Now, see, that would have got her fired in OVW. And OVW, if you broke a leg, you wore a cast for 6 months or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
If you broke an arm, you wore at least a sling for 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
No, here's something else. This press conference is NBC upfront thing they did.
Oh, and if you got set on fire, you had to figure out a way to disappear for about 2 months.
Right.
Oh, you couldn't even be seen.
So you had. So look, check this out. So at this press conference, there's a picture with Stephanie, Nia Jax,
and her,
and Ronda Rousey all together, and it's like they're supposed to. What's going on?
No. Well, they don't. It's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Well, I mean, the old kayfabe thing is gone. I mean, we know it. It's sad. I wish Jericho was the only one that did it the right way the last time in 2007, 8.
Oh, he had me going on this hero shit. I thought they were fucking with each other at first for real. And Jericho knows what he's doing. People wondered. There's people still to this day that think me and Cornette's working each other. And I said, guys, me and Jimmy are, and I'll say it, we're both excellent workers. We learn from the very best how to do it. From the Jerry Jarretts, the Jerry Lawlers, the Fullers, the Armstrongs, everybody, the Fargos, everybody that was through Memphis. We learned from the very best. And we learned that if you believe what you're talking about, the fans will believe what you're talking about. Right. I've told shit that's an absolute fucking lie 30, 40 years ago that's still holding water today because people believed it when I originally told them. And then I convinced myself it was real. Or some things that I forgot. I forgot I wasn't born in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Do you remember about
so long I started believing it?
You remember about 2 years ago, I was over, maybe it was longer than that. I came over to your house.
Check my Wikipedia. It says I was born in St. Petersburg. Wikipedia don't even know my real deal.
Well, a couple years ago, I don't know if you remember this. I come over to your house. I was getting some stuff. I guess it was,
you were probably getting some shit and not paying for it and leaving.
Oh, whatever. I was getting headphones. I sold you. I was selling headphones for you. But anyways, Jimmy.
Okay, that's the old house. The old
house. Jimmy calls.
He does.
And Jimmy called you on the phone. And you're doing some DVDs for him or whatever. And we're talking. And he's like, "You remember me?" And he remembers me or whatever. And we're chatting. And then you go. And then that day, I just found out that the Kroger story was a shoot. It was not a work. I thought the whole entire time that the meat stories were all just for show, and you legitimately did that.
There's not a word of that's exaggerated, and I get mad. I get mad when they call it because me and Lance Storm got into it the other day on Twitter where he was referring. He posted a picture of Sean Stasiak as meat, and in PMS were his female managers.
Right.
And I'd almost forgotten all about that gimmick because that's not what we trained him to do in OVW. We did not train him to be called meat. And but we thought look alone that he would get some mileage in the WWE because that was exactly what they were looking for back then. And we didn't have too many Sean Stasiaks at that stage of OVW. So I was managing him and Chuck Palumbo, and then Chuck had a little bit of a run up there too. And Lance Storm posts a picture of meat and he says, I wonder, well, he didn't say anything at first. And then I posted, I said, I used to manage meat and Chuck Palumbo at OVW. I said, not a lot of people probably know or remember that. I said, hell, I damn near forgot. They were among two of the very first that I started managing in OVW. And he writes back, he says, oh, so that's where you got the idea to start the Kroger meat scam. I said, no, not at all. I said, because I got them in like 1999, maybe possibly even late 98. I said, the meat scam was developed in 1986 and ran its course in late 1982. So I'm giving Meat the wrestler came along 10 years after the meat scam. And I said, and by the way, it wasn't double your money back. I said, that's more propaganda Cornette's been putting out. It was the quadruple your money back meat scam. And he says, yeah, but the store offered double your money back. I said, yes. And he said, but you turned it into quadruple your money back. I said, yes. He said, so technically Cornette was right. The store offered you double your money. I said, well, they did. But so you found a way to get 4 times the money and also eat the meat.